So yeah, I was born and raised here in Columbus, and I grew up in Westerville. I started off Catholic schools and from cutting it, went to public, and you know, I was kind of the guy who was a chameleon. I was friends with everybody. All different classes, all different groups. I just get along with everybody. So I played hockey for about 8 years. That's the sport I was into. And then once I got my license, started being able to drive, I was distracted and sports went out the window. But I was really big in like music, entertainment, TV in high school. So when we were sitting down trying to figure out like what's the career path, Ryan? Like what way do you want to go? I decided to go like the entertainment, TV, business management route. Went to a college called Forsale University. It's down in Orlando, Florida. It's a technical college for music and and arts and all that. So
how'd
girlfriend
you
at the time.
How'd you find that college?
My mom found it actually. We were kind of like looking around like Belmont and a couple other places, but she was like, "Hey, it's in Florida. This looks like a good fit for you. Let's go take a look at it." So we did. Of course, I loved it because it was Florida, and it was a bunch of music kids and TV kids. So,
and
very, very small campus. I mean, I went to school, 6 days a week, 8 hours a day. We didn't have sports or anything, so we'd always hang out at UCF. But yeah, I mean, it was a crazy kind of transition from Columbus to Florida, being away from my parents. But a girlfriend at the time actually went down to Florida with me, and she was living. And we'll get to that story. She's my wife. So I went to college. I got a bachelor's degree in 2 years. After that 2 years graduating, I'm like, all right, what's next? So came back to Columbus. I wanted to try to work for like Promo West or like Amway was a big company who was doing production for big arenas like Schottenstein's nationwide. And I really couldn't get my foot in the door. I worked with a couple small magazine companies and tried to start my own gig. But I was like, all right, I need to take it to the next level. So Los Angeles, I was like, we gotta go to LA. Girlfriend at the time, now wife, moved out there with me, and that was a whole story. But we moved in with a buddy until we found a rental we were only with him like 2 weeks, and then found a rental in West Hollywood, and I miraculously got into this job where it was working for The Voice on NBC.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was cool. Again, another crazy transition from Columbus to LA, but like we loved it. I just saw it.
Yeah.
So I was in like talent coordination and audience coordination for The Voice. I did probably 7 seasons with them, and then I would kind of get shot into other shows whenever The Voice was dark. So I've worked on shows like Ridiculousness with Rob Dyrdek. We did a lot of like the VMAs, the iHeartRadio Music Awards, the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Vegas.
So when
we had some good times.
So when you're doing these shows, like what exactly was your role, job at the time? Look, I love Rob Dyrdek. Fantasy Factory and all that was Robin Big was my jam.
Yeah, so he's a genius. And actually, I want to plug real quick his podcast. He has a business building podcast that's really motivational. So for all you people who are either trying to start a real estate team or anything in business, check out his podcast. It's on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple podcast. So it's really, really motivational, really beneficial.
And an Ohio boy.
An Ohio boy, yeah, Kettering, Dayton. So my role was we bring a lot of live audiences into these TV shows. So The Voice is all live audience. We bring people into the iHeartRadio Music Festival, the VMAs. We did a lot of different shows. I mean, we had Jimmy Kimmel. So to get those people in, I don't want to give away too much, but pretty much we had to cast the audience, right? Big energy, some smiling faces, some pretty people. And make sure those seats were filled.
So you guys actually pre-screened them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We pre-screened them, and like all the tickets were free. You don't have to pay for them unless you're doing like a charity backstage type thing.
Sure.
But yeah, they were all free tickets, and I'll plug them as well. The company is called One Iota. The number one in IOTA, and you can check them out as well. Get some free tickets. So about 2-3 years into the gig, I started like co-running the late show with James Corden for that branch, like bringing audience people in for that. And that was a full-time gig, like sitting in the office, going to production meetings, and that was super cool because the opportunities were like you're working among some of the best. You got James in the other room hanging out, and then you have all these celebrities come on the show every day. So you're sitting in the green room saying hi, introducing yourself, or getting to know some of these people. And it was really, really cool. Like that's an awesome opportunity for someone in their 20s.
Yeah.
And then being like outside of work, I mean, I worked quite a bit out there, but it's work hard, play hard. So a 20-something-year-old in LA, you're going out to all the nice restaurants, you're going out to nice clubs, bars, and you're just trying to get a feel for it. You're a young kid, and you want to try to experience as much as you can before real life hits, kids come, So I'm a social butterfly. Everyone who knows me knows that I am. I'm a chameleon. So I go out there and I make friends with everybody, whether it's the bartenders, the bouncers, the club owners, someone who's sitting next to me at the table. Like, it doesn't matter. I just want to have a good conversation with people. So that's kind of how I found also my success now into real estate. Real estate has always been a second passion for me. I think everyone likes to dabble in real estate. Like, who doesn't sit and, scroll through Zillow or realtor.com and look at their dream home or just see what's on the market, And everyone wants to say, oh, I want to be a real estate agent, but never really does.